Right, this is for Saturday, the 25th of October 2025. I'm only saying that so that I know for uploading them, but it can resonate whenever, past, present, future, it's all Akashic records. Okay, so, and if you're new as well, I usually film fairly like in real time, or sometimes I can film like a week ahead and stuff, but I'm having some time off just now, so everyone else knows that, but just in case you're new, so it's you might not notice any difference, but just letting you know, because I usually do loads of live content, so that's the biggest difference that people will notice, because whenever I get people to vote, they're always like, you know, people by a long shot prefer me live streaming, but I gotta have energy for that, so that's why I'm resting. Right, okay, so getting in the zone, because it's only the 16th of October and it's still Libra season as I'm filming it, and I'm projecting myself out into the future to film for the 25th. So on Saturday, the 25th of October, it is for, so again, remember, ignore the astrology. If you found this a year later, 6 months later, whatever other moon, then ignore it. It's, I think when I looked, it was a Sagittarius moon for this day, but which I'm a Sagittarius moon, so very optimistic, looking on the bright side of things, no matter how dark they are. It feels significant to mention, because everything that happens to me prior to filming, even though I'm filming for, like, you know, way in the future, it doesn't matter. Like, it's the 16th today, and as I've said before, like, you know, anyone that's followed me from the days Instagram and Facebook, you'll know that, like, I used to do that every day, link the tarot to the date, and it's like, but basically it's just, you know, it's the way that my guys talk to me. But, you know, I've said, like, I often can have a bit of a, like, there's something in my 16th of a day that's a bit chaotic. And today is like that, you know what I mean? It's like the way I've planned to do everything. It's not like everything's not went the way I wanted it to go, but kinda, it's like, or like just unexpected things and having to, oh, it's just annoying. So, annoyances, right? And then even there, before I came into this, there was cards that fell off the side of the couch, so I might pause this to go and get them and shuffle them, because it's the wee black ones with like some of it's got quite hard hitting messages, and because this is for Scorpio season. So anyway, talking about hard hitting messages, the thing that was looking out at me when I looked at astrology for today, so there'll be other things, but you know, this is what really stood out to me, was Mercury and Scorpio conjunct Black Moon Lilith. So Mercury and Scorpio anyway is like brutal honesty, brutal truth, but it can be really great. Like, it's brilliant for healing work, you know, shamanic work, therapy, you know, like getting right down the root of something, you know, psychic detective energy. And again, if you're new to here, that's what I'm doing all the time. Wherever the Scorpio is in your chart, you know, you'll be good at doing that too, you know, whatever house it's in. But if you know, if that is what your natural skill is, but we've all got it somewhere, is the way that I would look at it. We've all got Pluto somewhere, we've all got an 8th house, we've all got Scorpio somewhere, all that. And some people might have it all in the same bit. But yeah, so there's all of that in the mix. Oh yeah, and everything I do is channeling, clearing and healing energy, meaning that I use a lot of cards, but it's really just to back up what I'm saying, even without the cards. It just makes it more interesting. I'm going to use charms too. I noticed I didn't put them away from the last time, because remember, I filmed a few yesterday, and I'm hoping to get all the hand ones done today, come hell or high water. But nah, you know, I'm going to get as many as I can get done, and then I'm just going to stop. So, because as I keep saying, those of us that are healers, the healers need healing too. And we're all a healer of something, but if you're a healer in the way of working with people in big groups, or running a channel, or running some sort of social media, or, you know, doing lots of live sessions, it's very important that you take the time to, you know, to have a big healing for yourself, either having a big rest or you doing extensive soul retrieval. You know, blah, 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 all that jazz. I looked at 418, that's my birthday numbers, but that is also a sign of union around here, because it links to the 4 of Wands. I'm going to get those cards before I forget. Right, so these are the wee ones that all fell off, so let's just shuffle and see what comes out. Oh look, not today, soulmates. So maybe in the past, like, somebody didn't want to hear it, you know what I mean? Like, what is all this twin flames, soulmates crap, you know what I mean? Like, or, you know, they were running, whatever it is. The messages are going to come out brutal, because Mercury's in Scorpio as I'm filming it, and the day you're watching it for Mercury's like reaching the last of it, and then Mercury And it'll just be, when you're watching this, it'll have been the exact conjunction a few days ago of the Mercury conjunct Mars. But Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith. See, I can't even talk. It's going to be, so that could be relevant too. Maybe someone's a bit lost for words. Oh my God, why did this fall? Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. What's really, that is so nuts, because I was hearing, they were singing to me as soon as I saw, I think even before the card appeared basically, but it was either before the card appeared there or right when I saw it. It was like I was hearing that Ben Watts, he won Pop Idol or something like that, like about 1 million years ago. And I liked the one hit wonders that he had. But it was like, now I'm hearing another one. And if we're only here once, I want to live with you. But that wasn't the one I was hearing. It's called One Night Only, and it's like, I can see storms in the horizon. You're gonna, strike me down with lightning when you find out what I've done. And what's quite funny is the way the cards fell, it actually had kisses with photograph. So what kind of came at me instantly was like, somebody might have like, evidence or something, or like, somebody's seen something that they shouldn't have seen, or, I don't know, something like that. This is totally Scorpio. But you know what I mean? You're going to strike me down with lightning when you find out what I've done. So, use your common sense. Like I said, it's going to annoy me that it's going to be like really sort of shady things I'm picking up on here, but I feel this one might be like only if you were in a long-term connection or something. So, because again, at the end of the day, yes, you've got a lot of love for your twin flame, but if you were never a couple or you're not together or something, that's no cheating. Do you know what I mean? But things can still be shady, because like I always say, if somebody has intentions of coming back around to you at some point, they're playing games, they should be careful how they play their cards, or they should be careful with the moves they make, because it's just common decency. Do you know what I mean? But whatever. But it's kind of like, you don't kind of, you don't kind of fuck with somebody that you do plan on coming back around to. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so but a lot of people do, because of self-sabotage. So that's why it's so hard to pick that one apart. But anyway, so I feel, in that song, it's like, he says something like, how could I gamble with my Queen of Hearts or something like that. So I do feel somebody's taking somebody for granted in this at some point, whether it's long in the past or it's more recent. And with Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith, you know what I mean? The truth could be coming out about that, or this could be you taking if somebody has treated you badly, you're taking your power back. So we don't know what this is yet. Is this like a twin flame that's fucked over another twin, like their twin flame, or is this a karmic partner that's fucked over a twin flame, male or female, and they're taking the power back? We'll just see, because I didn't even plan on using these cards, but clearly they wanted me to. But yeah, anyway, check out the lyrics of that song. It might resonate. But that song always reminds me of like the event Twin Flames, the storm, like basically energetic storms, solar storms, literal storms. Oh my God, that's really crazy, because when I looked, the weather shows you 2 weeks in advance. When I looked at my weather app further ahead, like I wasn't doing that for this. I just always like, does everyone else do that? I'm just obsessive. I always check when I check the tides and I check the weather app. But it was like, basically it did have like a lightning bolt. It might have even been for this day. That's crazy if it was for this day, but it was definitely for a weekend. I think it was for this day. So I don't know. It can changes. But whether it's literal, metaphorical, or whatever for different places, praying if it's literal, praying all round. But there's definitely a lot of solar activity going on all the time. But yeah, I feel somebody maybe gambled with your heart, or you gambled with somebody's heart. But now it feels like someone's taking a risk to go towards you. Yeah, with kisses. So whether or not some shit's it feels like some sort of shit has went down the past, right? But unconditionally giving, receiving, like falling in love, like not today. I think in the past somebody was like, not today, because you were mirroring back too much. It says not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Mirror, now this could be still angry. I mean, now this could be something that's happened and somebody's been angry and there's needed to be space. Or this could be like a masculine was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, I'm not, I don't want to deal with this, like whether it was they literally said that or they just ghosted. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds. Basically, you were reflecting each other's wounds and this person ran, but now they're like, oh my God, it's love. They are my soulmate, they are my twin flame, might be having big plans for the future if it's literal, or it's just this person's like, at some point I see myself settling down with this person. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. I'm just going to check actually, because Juno, I don't need to check. I didn't even check. I just realised as soon as I paused it, Juno's in Sag now. I'm still not out of like, because Juno was in Scorpio, yeah. But anyway, Juno's in Sag, but Juno's about commitment, right? Okay, so what have we got then? Because of the Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith, before I forget what the astrology was that I looked at, what have we got with the Black Moon Lilith card? So I need to remind myself, I've not got all day to film this, because technically I have got all day to film, but do you know what I mean? I want to film a few. So that's the theme. We got the theme by the cards falling off the couch. So thank you, guides and power animals and loved ones and spirits, you know, whoever knocked the cards off to give that message to whoever needed it, because it's very specific. It's obviously not going to resonate for everyone. Use your fucking common sense, all that jazz. What's going on in the subconscious of the feminine energy, and that can also be the masculine's feminine side. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. Well, that's Scorpio energy in Scorpio season, with Mercury planet communication conjunct Black Moon lives in Scorpio, the Phoenix. It's got a little, this is interesting, it's got a little duck. And then it's like going from like a little duckling to, well, obviously this might be a baby eagle, but you know what I mean? Then Soren, so death and rebirth. So I feel with whatever's went on here, this feels like someone's went through the death of the ego. It feels like the feminine's been down when, like, it feels like down, like woman down, man down, whatever your sex is, like, when, you know, this person was basically rejecting you, and then they've just pulled me that card. Storm fields, right? I can see storms on the horizon. This is so clever how they do that. And this is like but you're rising. So I feel if you're the feminine energy, you're rising after a dark time, or maybe you rised after a dark time a long time ago. Also, the 17th of November could be significant. So obviously that's still Scorpio season as well. And and that's also the masculine's emotions. You've your death of the ego. Yeah, definitely love it. And the masculine and the feminine's masculine side. This is all subconsciously, this is going on. Cibation, purify, cleanse, release. But it did come out reverse. So someone's in 39 to be a significant age. So it's like somebody's still going through this, or this is when they were still going through it, but I'll put it up, right? It's all bubbling away under the surface. So you see how it's like the feminine was going through your own death and rebirth, and it feels like when this person was pushing you away, and then they've been guided to purify, cleanse, release their wounding, release their trauma and heal their own wounds to then see the situation accurately. But they could have been majorly resisting it. Now they could still be, it depends on past, present, future. But because I pulled it in reverse, so take it as it resonates. But and now consciously, we have multiplication, your higher self. Yeah. So now in the feminine energy, you know, your higher self is guiding you to basically rise like the phoenix above whatever has happened here, to focus on you, to pour all that love into you. And for the masculine, the conscious mind, Mars, drive, energy, passion. Wow, because of Mars and Scorpio and the Mars and Mercury conjunction that we've just had recently. As you're watching this, it was like 5 days ago, but like I said, the energy will still be around now. And then specifically the Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith right now. Mars is masculine energy, so the masculine's in their masculine energy. Or if you're the feminine, like you've got all this drive and energy, and remember, because I said it was a Sag moon as well, like that is fire energy, action, masculine energy too. So right, okay, so we'll leave that one at that. What's on the bottom though? Oh, Mercury. That's magical. Wow. And also 24th, so that was yesterday as you're watching this. Maybe even as you're, I might even release it on the pen. No, I usually release it for the day. Communication and truth. Wow. That's pretty powerful. Wait a minute. No, it's not. Oh yeah, so it's not, that's funny. It's not, it was the Mars Mercury conjunction, because as I'm filming this, that's actually Monday. But as you're watching this, that will have just been Monday past. Yeah, that's right. So, but that's quite cool that we've got Mars and Mercury in the shot. Right, okay, so I'm going to keep them out for the thumbnail. And so, right, what would balance the scales? Now, I'm merging. I had a bit of a plan, but the problem is when I'm filming these, let's face it, rushing them all in before I can just completely stop filming these, because I don't want it to be that I'm frantically trying to catch up and then, oh fuck, I'm back to work. That's why, if you'd missed the memo, I don't know that don't totally know I'm going to do this. I'm going to tune in near the time, but I think because I've like needed to film these and like cutting into the time I was going to have off, because I fully want to give myself the soul retrieval that I need. Like, I might not get back to live streams and clients until the 11th now, rather than the 4th. So, but again, it's because it's like, you know, it's big celebrations and that. Like, you know, I mean, it's my dad's birthday, and like, you know, that week of the 4th, and not that, again, he's the worst about it, to be honest. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really because of that, but it's just, it is more the time factor thing, that it's like I need to have that time myself. But if you do, for any reason, feel like you need a session and it needs to be before I'm back the 11th, then just email me, and I can check in with him doing it. It'll depend on how rested I am. I'm sure I'll be totally rested by then, but I'm just saying to buffer it. So anyway, right. So anyway, the point of me saying that was the focus now, with it now having shifted into Scorpio season as you're watching this, the videos, you know, that they'll change up a little bit from the whole karmic balance and clearing thing. But if you did like them, you know, if you're just new to finding me, you can go back and watch any of the ones that I've done over the past month, and that was a focus on karma, clearing, karmic balance. I'm actually always helping people with stuff like that, because my main guides are Saint Germain and Lady Portia, amongst many others. So, and that is about karmic balance, clearing karma and stuff. Right, so yeah, but the focus now is on ancestral clearing, ancestral wounds, because this is what they told me months ago that it was going to be around this time. And what was the other thing? Yeah, just it's always shadow work, shadow integration. So that's the focus. And then I'm also going to be, I've not filmed in yet though, but I'm actually going to be filming wee mini power animal, spirit animal wee videos to build up to doing the workshop. Whether the workshop takes place on the 3rd of November or whether it's a little bit later, hopefully it will be before the year is out. So we're going to do that. That's what I've been instructed to do. Right, so, but this is what would balance the scales for the feminine energy. We have gain courage from your family, 23. So again, your family may have been supporting you through a dark time when this person turned their back on you, or it might be the opposite. It might be that you didn't have family, or spirit loved ones could have been protected. So it's all going to be different for different people. But it does say gain courage from your family. So I think ancestors were supporting you when you were in your time of need. But that can also be the masculine feelings, feminine side, receptive, like your ancestors were supporting you. Masculine, I'm just realising I'm looking at the old one. I need to put that away. What would balance the scales? That's, see what I mean? We're still, because I'm still in that mode. It's still Libra season as I'm filming it. No, so this is the kind of like the action. We'll just call it the action. I wrote that really quickly. I might change the question as well, but I'm not going to actually, because I'm filming them all. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. Well, that's interesting. I was thinking about crows, like randomly before I came on here. And there's a crow. So crows are significant here. Now, crows to me specifically, it's kind of weird, but crows remind me of crone. Now, crone isn't always a bad thing, but for some reason I've associated crone with like female energies in their unhealed shadow. So like, you know, like mothers in an unhealed shadow energy, or any kind of feminines in an unhealed shadow. So I feel like you might have been faced with basically a female energy that has not done their shadow, and they could be very intimidating, because look how that crow's just staring at the woman. But if you could be this woman or man and you're like, I'm not afraid of you. Oh my God. It's like they're giving me the visual of Drop Dead Fred. I'm not afraid of you. Like, I feel you've had to take your power back from like a controlling woman. Understand your karmic lessons. So now for some that could be like a romantic partner too, you know what I mean? Grow beyond shame. So yeah, so again, it could be like a toxic woman has like sort of made you feel a lot of shame about something. So again, I don't know who's going to resonate with this, but that's what I'm getting. So, oh look, see the Phoenix reborn. The first card was Phoenix, right? So For 23, we have, so this is the action you need to take, feminine energy or masculine feminine side. Develop tenacity and fearlessness. What immense challenges have your family members had to overcome? Was it war, famine, or immense loss? Most people can find great suffering in their lineage. You're being asked to discover which of your ancestors demonstrated great courage and leadership. Maybe a family member was a trailblazer in a particular industry and has left a legacy that can inspire others. Maybe you're going to be that person. Perhaps in a time of peril, one of your kindred showed selflessness and saved others, or demonstrated tenacity and kept going when others would have given up. Well, hopefully fucking somebody's saying that about me one day, because that's definitely what I've done. There are some wonderful opportunities about to enter your sphere. However, you will have to step up in order to make full use of them, which will require you to take a big daring leap. Now, that is what Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith would be about, because Lilith's about, bringing out a bit of your sass, bringing out a bit about her, whether you're a him or a her, kind of like, I'm not scared of you. I'm going to tap into my shadow, my healed shadow, I might add. Like, back off, whoever you are. Even if you're saying that energetically, but it might be literally for some. These are my boundaries. If you're not going to respect them, then you're going to have to stay away from me, kind of thing. But I really felt that when I said it. But also, Black Moon Lilith is a bit spicy, so I will pull in a bit spicy card. Do you know what I mean? It's like sexual empowerment and stuff as well. So, Mercury, planet of communication, in Scorpio, sign of sex. Black Moon Lilith, how I just described it, in the sign of sex. Do you know what I'm saying? Things could get a little bit talk dirty to me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's quite funny, but it's true. You know what I mean? You could own it. You could really, this is what I want. This is how I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to own it. The way of perceiving life can help you develop perseverance and confidently meet every challenge while walking the path towards destiny. Right, okay, so 20. I've got that song in my head. I don't even really like that. Understand your karmic lessons. This is a masculine's card, feminine's masculine energy. Embrace opportunities to evolve. Your closest family members have experienced several lifetimes with you, and there are lessons that all of you have come here to learn. Even your most painful encounters offer you a profound opportunity for growth and healing. Karma means that you may have previously experienced challenging situations with others that may need to be resolved, and that circumstances that are coming up may require your attention. Right, I've just had an absolute brainwave. That instead of action, because that's fucking boring, because that's what I do all the time, that what I'll do is I'll do what I do in the live streams. That question I'm going to change to what do you need in a soul retrieval, because then that fits. That's what I always seem to, I don't always miss that, but the point is, when I'm putting these videos out every day, it's not just like me putting out, like, the videos are meant to help people, right? But let's face it, I'm going to be brutally honest here as well, I must be tapping into that Mercury conjunct Black Moon Lilith. This is about business. This isn't a parlour trick. I'm not playing about with my cards and you know what I mean? It is a business. So if you resonate with this, the idea is book the soul retrieval and I can help you what comes up. That's always the idea behind every video, but that kind of homes it in a wee bit more. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do it, but if you resonate with it, it might be a good idea, and your guides will tap you on the shoulder if that's the case. And it might not even be me that helps you with it. It might be someone else, but again, you are watching this, and so you've been guided to watch it for a reason, kind of thing. So, an important piece of information that can help you understand the family situation is about to come to the surface. So, with all this stuff at the start, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? This may occur from speaking with someone, or a piece of the puzzle may appear in a dream or during the healing process. What's really sticking out to me there is that card about the kisses in the photograph. Somebody could actually have a vision of something that's happened in the past. It's like God reveals something that's happened in the past. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. And then you get and then it's like maybe the person confesses to what's happened in the past, or you find out someone else. It's something like that. Now, it doesn't need to be like love-wise. It can be love-wise, absolutely, with the song I was singing, but it can even be like other people that have betrayed you and stuff. You may need to do some ancestral healing in order to understand the situation at hand. Your ability to regain your confidence and do something extraordinary depends on you changing your perspective of your childhood, as well as painful encounter with a family member. You may need to act selflessly from a place of wisdom in order to turn something toxic into a beautiful healing. Right, okay, shit. So, with the way that I channeled that, and then what I've just added on top, forgetting what I said, so it's because I'm just passing on the message, that actually does feel like that's like painful, traumatic memories come back. So yeah, really deep stuff, so like I said, and it's like grow beyond shame as well. We need to read that. 32. It's like basically somebody's got a really negative influence on, like, somebody could, basically what they always say, blame and shame doesn't solve anyone, but there's certain generations that are really heavy on blame and shame, and then they then project it on their kids. So it's like you've got quite a few generations that are like, if they can really hammer home and rub salt in the wound about, that's funny, that might mean something. But you know, like, I don't really like that actually. Salt in the moon. That reminds me of witchcraft, I've got to be honest. Like, in to do all of that, because you know, because it's like, I don't like the fact that I just said salt in the moon. It does remind me of things, weird shit, like people doing weird shit. But, and I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about people, whatever, like doing things for good. I'm talking about people maybe doing things for not so good. Anyway, but deep down, the majority of people carry shame, which could be related to childhood and not feeling good enough. You could be harbouring feelings of being unwanted by your parents. Right? I'm not reading the rest. It's obvious with what I gave about you could have been bullied at school or by a family member. No matter what occurred, guilt and shame can offer you an opportunity to grow and make differences. Yeah, it's with the example I gave you, Drop Dead Fred, that's, you know, definitely that's coming into this somewhere. And that's not the first time I've ever given that. That's come up before when I've done stuff like this. Right, so let's get some charms before I forget. Yeah, look, the moon again, and you know, it's got, I don't, feminine energy, but just be discerning, because there's the owl of what I just said about the moon. Protect your energy on, you know, the new moons and the full moons if you're resonating. Take your time, you're healing, you're growing like a flower. That's what I got. It's like, you know, the flowers grow at their own pace. They don't judge themselves against the other flowers, or be a tall poppy, all these kind of things, be a sunflower. So there's that symbol, might have some meaning to you. There's the dragons guiding you again. The dragons coming out a lot. Dragon codes. Oh, dragon codes with the rose. Yes, Mary Magdalene, dragon energy there coming in. There's witchcraft trying to stop you from doing your good work. I've not seen this one yet. That looks really special. That looks like an angel. An angel or a fairy angels guiding you. But yeah, the rose coming out beside the dragon, that's really powerful. That's like rose codes, dragon codes. That feels powerful energy. And again, like I said, whenever I'm talking about dragon codes and rose codes and whatever comes out of my mouth, right, I'm feeling the energy, and then I'm saying, because to be honest with you, I've said before, I don't always know fully what this means, and it always makes sense later, but it's the frequency. If you understand that, you get it. If you don't get it, you're not meant to, but lots of people will resonate with that. Right, so, and let's get an outcome. So whoever resonates with this, let's get an outcome. Yes, confidence. There's a line. I get the lines just coming out rapid. New Moon and Leo, confidence is the key to your success, and a fiery climax approaches. Maybe. Oh yeah, I think they're reminding me to get the spicy cards. That's hilarious. So let's get a Tantra card. Don't worry, they're pretty tame. If you were new, that'd be like, people are like, what? A passionate embrace. Oh, there's a fiery climax of a passionate embrace. Well, that's certainly Black Moon, Lilith, and the Scorpio and the Mercury. Hilarious. Tantra encourages the expression of passion and physical intimacy as a means of deepening spiritual bond. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's a Saturday too. Divine union. Somebody's having a wild Saturday night. Tantra views the union of partners as sacred and divine act, reflecting the union of divine energies. So funny. So I'll keep them out because, you know. And what have we got? Now this might show us some shade, or it might give us some nice stuff. We've got some nice stuff. Forgiveness, yes. There's a bit of forgiveness going on between twin flames, whoever's resonating. Oh, I can't really triumph, I'll show it quickly, but it's the Leo symbol. So like there's 3 guys there, so there might have been a lot of people vying for someone's attention, male or female. But yeah, oh look, Sag Moon, and it is for Sag Moon. Somebody's winning over this person's heart. Something could be really significant about, there's the 17th again. So 17th November or 17th of December, like, but Sagittarius season. So definitely something about Sagittarius season and a lot of chemistry building. Something significant about the 5/11, the Beaver Moon, the full moon, because we've got a third, so just before the full moon, and the full moon's in Taurus. So that's when I'll be holding around when I'll be holding the workshop. And anyway, right, so I'm just going to end this one here because, yeah, so I can get the other ones done. Right, getting the thumbnail, so I will just end it now. See you later.